Hi and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Cheyenne. I am the face behind Soulful Soothe. If you are a returning subscriber or you've watched a video before, thank you for coming back. Today's video is going to be on the new moon partial solar eclipse that we have coming up in beautiful Venusian, I can't say that word properly, but of Venus, Taurus. That was choppy, but basically there's a new moon happening on the 30th, and it's going to be in lovely Taurus. Earth sign, ruling planet is Venus. So I'm just going to do an energy check-in, see where we need to focus our energy on during this phase, and yeah, just see what's up. I've got a few different decks in front of me. I know for certain that I'm going to start out with the Monology deck. You guys have seen this on my channel before, but I'm not really sure which way I'm going to go after that. But as per usual, I'm going to start with an invocation, a prayer to welcome in spirit, to lower my ego, and to kick this reading off correctly. So I did feel called to smoke cleanse with rosemary. Rosemary's properties, spiritual properties, are cleansing and clearing a space energetically, as well as offering up some protection. I consider myself a kitchen-y witch, so I'm always interested in using those like kitchen-y herbs for their spiritual properties. This bundle and this stand can be found in the shop, the Soulful Soothe shop. I will link that down below, but without further ado, let's get this reading started. Calling on spirit with so much love, light, respect, and gratitude. Thank you for bringing me and my friend together in this space. Thank you for creating a sacred space for us to connect. Thank you for being wonderful and loving and caring and gentle to us. Spirit, I ask that you will lower my ego, lower my own bias. I ask that you would protect us with a strong shield of white and purple light. Create a bubble around me, the cards, the space, and my friend connecting here in this space via YouTube. Create a shield of protection around and about us so that no dark entities or spirits or anything outside of the highest, purest love, light, and abundance, anything outside of those energies, that they will not be able to penetrate, that they will not be able to access us in this bubble. We are willing, we are open, we are receptive to hearing the messages that you have for us. I submit humbly to being a clear channel of support and guidance during this time. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Amen. All right. So we are going to start with the Monology deck, as I said. I've got some cafefe. This mug was actually a birthday gift. I don't know if you can like make it out, but the handle is supposed to be a D, and then it's ICK, so the mug says dick. But a little inside joke for one of my besties. She like literally asked me, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, dick. And then I opened the package and that was that. But anyway, back to this reading. Spirit, where can we focus our energy during this new moon in Taurus, this beautiful partial solar eclipse? Where can we focus our energy? I did want to say kind of a word of caution, if you will. Eclipse energy is very erratic. So you want to be careful of how you're communicating, especially because we do have the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde happening on the 25th, which is tomorrow at the time of me recording this. So it'll be on Monday. I'm recording on a Sunday. So you want to be careful with speech, connecting with other people, making sure that your own energy, your intentions are of the purest, highest vibration possible. I'm picking up on the need for a lot of self-awareness, but I also want to caution you to not be so aware that you are beating yourself up for having human moments. I feel like there's another card that wants to come out, so I'm going to keep shuffling. But yeah, that's what as someone who's been studying astrology for a few years now, that's what my word of caution for this coming transit. This is so crazy because I haven't used this deck in so long. But a card from a totally different deck just popped out. 7 of Pentacles. So what this tells me is that someone's working on something. Like they're waiting, they're watching the seeds that they've planted and they're waiting for it to prosper. So that could be overall energy. But what Monology cards do we have? Ooh, this is juicy. You know that one gif where it's like a raccoon is like, that's what I feel like whenever I do that. But the 2 cards we got is balanced spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. And we also have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So right off the bat, what this tells me, again, going back to that 7 of Pentacles card that is from a totally different deck. I don't know how the hell that happened, but anyway. What that tells me is that someone is manifesting and like really pouring themselves over whatever it is that they're manifesting. Could be love, could be career. Like this is a general reading for the collective. So like if it doesn't fit to your specific storyline, that's perfectly okay. I like to say chew the meat and spit out the bones, which basically means take what you need or what resonates with you specifically, individually, and leave the rest. So when I talk about manifesting, I'm always speaking of it from a place of the scripture that comes to mind is faith without works is dead. So what are you holding faith in, having faith in, holding belief in? And what are you doing to, like, action wise in the 3D? What are you doing to bring those things to fruition? Now, with the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon card, what this tells me is that things are picking up. So you could be like really watching and waiting for that manifestation to come through for it to happen. But with this new moon, like it's not about doing another ritual. It's not about setting new intentions. It's not about creating more work for yourself. I get this sense that it's maintenance. That's the word that I'm hearing is maintenance. Excuse me. I'm going to go with the Mermaid Tarot deck. I've been really drawn to this deck, and this card is actually from the Light Seers Tarot. I've been drawn to these 2 decks like I can't even explain. So Spirit, can you tell us more about this balance between spirituality and practicality? Okay, we have the World and Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is someone who's gone through some shit. They're like a wounded warrior. Check your Chiron transit on your birth chart and see where Chiron is placed, and if there are any aspects with other planets that would be significant to you during this transit of the new moon and the solar eclipse. How you do that, if you have never done your birth chart, I'm going to link some resources in the description box where you can do it totally free. But the Knight of Swords, I'm getting like this sense, this need of protection. which is funny since I did choose the rosemary bundle to cleanse with. The sense of protection, like using gained knowledge from previous experiences to move forward. I'm really not picking up that you need to set new intentions. It's about maintaining your belief, your faith, your hope, and your work in whatever intentions you've already set. I'm hearing from the beginning of the year. So perhaps you set New Year's resolutions, or you did like, me personally, I know at the beginning of the year, I went through and I pretty much did my normal like journaling for the month, but I also looked back at the last 12 months and looked ahead to the future 12 months. So if you did something similar, go back and look and see what past you set intentions for the entire year. What is it that was on your heart? What were your heart's desires at that moment? And see if you've been being consistent. If not, no judgment, just observe, look and see, have I been consistent? Is this something that's still in alignment with what I want right now in this moment? What can I do to maintain this? What can I do to continue to bring it about, to call it in? And we do also have the World card. The World is all about completion, tying things up with a nice little bow. I'm really drawn to this school of fish in the cards. It's like this graduation energy. I'm also hearing this like Sunday school song. He's got the whole world in his hands. And I feel like this card is connected to the energy is gaining momentum. Because as the energy gains momentum, whether negatively or positively, you're going to need to be protected, because as you ascend, there's always going to be someone or something like trying to claw at you, to get your focus away from what it needs to be on. It also feels lonelier as you climb to the top, because you feel misunderstood, and a lot of that comes from as you're learning so much and you're gaining so much information, and you know, going through that cocoon phase, especially for like a spiritual awakening or a spiritual ascension process. Sometimes it can become difficult to fully express what's on your mind, what's on your heart, what you're learning, the downloads that you're receiving. And so because of this loneliness, it's more important to, or those feelings of loneliness is so important to align yourself with people who are going through similar things, who truly hear from God and want only the highest, purest love and light vibes for your life. You want to make sure that the people around you during that time are not jealous. And if you feel confused, like, I don't know if this person has any like salt that they're throwing on my name or whatever, ask your guides, ask God, ask Spirit to reveal the intentions of those around you. All right, Spirit, can you tell us more about this waxing moon card? Can you tell us more about this waxing moon card? Yeah, I'm really getting a sense that this is about maintenance. I'm seeing a car's maintenance light go off. You know, like the little wrench that flickers like orange. So if you've been having like an intuitive nudge to go get your car checked out, or any technology service, like doing an update or anything, yeah, Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Interesting. Okay, so 3 cards came out. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Swords. To me, what this shows is a progression. Remember, I said this is about maintenance. It's not about setting new intentions or creating a new petition. It's about something that you've been wanting for quite some time. Again, please go back and look at any records that you have from the beginning of the year about things that you wanted to see come to fruition in 2022. But these 3 cards, what this speaks to me is a maturing. Remember in the beginning I said the School of Fish to me looked like a graduation of sorts. So also to note, in all 3 of these cards, these are very feminine presenting figures. So Page of Wands, this is your ambition, your passion. It could be an idea that you had or an intention that you set in the beginning of the year. Knight of Pentacles is you taking those steps to learn what it is that you logistically need to do to prepare for those manifestations coming in, to prepare yourself for how to handle them. And the Queen of Swords, she definitely gets a bad rap in the tarot community because people are like, oh, she's a bitch. She's cold-hearted and she always cuts people off and da-da-da. But no, the Queen of Swords, I actually admire a lot, being someone who has so much water in my chart. I can often be led by my emotions. And what does that mean? Like, it's good to be heart-centered and all of that, but it can be dangerous sometimes because sometimes I make impulsive decisions based on how I'm feeling in the moment instead of thinking about the long-term game. So what this speaks to me for your situation is to acknowledge those fresh ideas that you have. Anything that's in like the first stages. So like you brainstorming on something or trying to bring something to light, like a project or a new endeavor. I'm saying book writing or some sort of writing. And then as I said that, I look down and I see that the Knight of Pentacles in this card is actually writing something down. So yeah, going through that process of, okay, I have a good idea, to, okay, now that I have this idea, how can I bring this to life? How can I bring this to fruition? What needs to be done to make this a success? And really plotting your moves, learning from those who have gone the path before you, learning from the experts, learning from whoever is more knowledgeable than you are in whatever field that is, so that you can take your idea from idea to reality. And finally, with the Queen of Swords, what this just says to me is you need to be very logical and methodical about how you're executing what needs to be executed, as well as creating boundaries for yourself, healthy boundaries, so that you can, one, be protected during this time, but also so that you can see it through, I just heard. So making sure that it comes to fruition. Again, distractions is coming up again for me. Not paying attention to the distractions of others. So for example, it could be friends wanting you to go out and party on a Friday night and you're like, no, I just saw 1919. Don't know if those numbers are significant, but so say your friends want you to go party on a Friday night and you're like, well, actually I need to be researching. I need to be doing something to moving whatever this project is forward. You might have to say no. Figuring out a way to balance your time between work, rest, and play. Those are the types of vibes that I'm picking on. Overall, the energy feels good. It feels like there's a slight imbalancement but I get the sense that you're getting your footing, and whatever you are setting your hands to is going to be successful. I don't see anything here that says that you should stop or that you should reconsider. It's more about maintenance. What can you do to continue to push the pen forward, to push this dream further into your reality? And yeah, that's the message. I do want to finish off with an affirmation from my Soothed Chakras deck. This is a deck that I created. And I just want an affirmation that the collective can work with during this season. Spirit, can you give us one affirmation that the collective can work with during this season? I'm seeing yellow, so solar plexus work. I get the sense that it's about willpower, about like your ability to I love when this happens. Your ability to stay the course, your ability to be consistent, your ability to not let things outside of you throw you off your square. And the affirmation we have is, my power is unshakable, which is so funny because my hand is shaking right now. My power is unshakable. My power is unshakable. So as you are executing whatever you need to do to bring this dream into your reality, repeat this to yourself. I'm getting the sense that you aren't really afraid of anything when it comes to the possibility of this happening. It's more so about the devil's in the details, I just heard. So I'm getting the sense that you're like freaking out slightly because of like the minutia, like the small details that will take this from dream to reality. But Spirit wants you to know that you are so capable, that you are powerful, that you excel in anything that your hands touch because you are a child of the Most High and you have already done amazing things. So just tap back into your lexicon of things that you've done in the past that were hard, that were challenging, that were difficult, and see how powerful you already are. Your power is unshakable. I hope that this message resonated. I hope that it's given you some encouragement, uplifted your spirits, brought to you some clarity. And if that's the case, then please leave a comment. Please like the video, share, and subscribe so that we can get the message out and encourage others. I feel like the reading is done. So with that said, I will see you in the next video. Ciao.